It looks like Towanda Braxton was caught being petty after she skipped Toni Braxton's concert in Miami in seeming retaliation for Toni missing Towanda's bridal shower.
She was being petty, as she always is, as now people are seeing clearly what she has done and the things that she has perpetrated on Tamar all these many years. We're now seeing that she's also done some things against Toni Braxton. Okay, so when Trina tried to say something concerning Towanda's, she's sick or she's not feeling well, I knew right then and there, I said, that's a bald face, you know what. I say, there's nothing wrong with that girl. She is trying to play get back.
Yeah.
And not go to Toni's concert. Right. I mean,
because it's crazy. Toni flew them out to Miami specifically for that concert. I think that was like Toni's first concert in a long time.
Specifically.
Like her first long-term concert.
It was.
And that she wanted, her family to support. But seeing as that was the reason, that concert and preparations for that concert was the reason that Toni missed Towanda's bridal shower, then Towanda, it just seemed like she was playing get back. Because how all of a sudden she tired now? She had the whole, hour or two, or probably wasn't even that long to sleep on the plane. But now all of a sudden she's so tired, everything caught up with her at once that she gonna miss the whole reason Toni flew her out for?
Well, according to the comments, she's so tired. A lot of people are tired of her face, okay? They're like, girl, fix your face. Why are you sitting up there looking like that? Your sister has done all this for you over all these years. We know that she too has given you money. And because she is working, which should be very appreciated by Towanda, because we know Towanda is getting help from Toni as well. And because she's working and she missed this little bridal thing, are you kidding me? At least she's coming to the wedding, and this girl gets a whole attitude and does, I call a nasty little thing that she did to not show up for her concert when, as you stated, specifically, Toni did this whole thing for them. She flew them
out for that concert, because I know when she was telling them about it and telling she was gonna fly them out, she said she also planned something special. But if they weren't coming there, she wasn't plan that particular thing for them. So she flew them out. The whole real purpose was for them to go to the concert, and then the next day she was gonna have that that boat trip for them. That excursion that they were going to go on.
That was the whole thing.
That was the whole thing, for them to come to her concert, see her concert that night.
And her attitude, Towanda's, was so negative until, girl, it made the weather turn some kind of way. And they were not able to go out on the water like Toni had set up.
Right. So, and it was so gross though too, because like you said, her attitude was negative when they were waiting for Toni. Toni wasn't even, she wasn't hugely late. She was maybe a few minutes late. But they were just mainly Towanda sitting there with her face all frowned up, talking about this is nice and all, but it don't mean anything if Toni's not here. And it's like, come on, she's only a few minutes late. Then they started, I think they did the little
song that they do.
Right, they did the confessionals, and it was crazy because they didn't even film these confessionals at the same time.
Right.
But both Trina and Towanda started singing that song they made up about how Toni Braxton's always late. So they did a side-by-side shot showing both of them singing that song about how late Toni always is. Just because she was a few minutes late this time getting to that. But Towanda, you was the only one at home getting a supposedly good night's sleep all that time. Toni had a concert, so she had to come down after the concert. She probably didn't get to bed until really early in the morning, probably. So she can't be a few minutes late for this thing that now she has planned for you as a makeup. It's ridiculous.
This girl is so ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
She is so unappreciative of anything, because you're going to sit up there and then say, oh, all of this. She frowned upon what Toni was trying to do. That's why I wish Toni hadn't tried to do anything for her, because she's going to say, oh, this is Toni's guilt gift. What does she have to be guilty about, Towanda? The girl was legitimately working.
Yep.
She couldn't make your shower.
Exactly.
What is there for her to feel guilty about? No. This is Toni's giving spirit, okay? Which she has always done for you.
Yep.
And this girl is very ungrateful, because how dare you sit up there and sing something that we know is not possibly true when you put the word always in there. No one is always anything but God. You can say God is always faithful.
Exactly.
God is always good.
Yeah.
But that always can't apply to humans in the sense of what she's trying to say. Toni is always late. Well, I would say Toni is not always late.
Exactly.
She can't be always late, because look, she is a professional. She has things to get done. And if she was always late for the things that she has to do in her life, she wouldn't be a professional. She wouldn't be an artist. So she's not always late. But that girl had to throw that in there, because there's something seriously wrong with this girl.
Yeah.
With all the things that these people have done for her. Tamar, we see what Tamar has done, and we know there had to be some other things earlier on that she's done for her.
Exactly.
We see how Toni helps her out.
Yeah.
You know? And this girl is so ungrateful. So much so, to the point that this show really is so, this particular episode was so very boring.
Yeah.
Without the full on fledge of Tamar. You know, I say full on because of course they show a little scenery with her talking with her producer or manager, whoever that was, talking about her tour. And that was such a heartfelt scene right there when Tamar broke down and started crying like that, to actually feel that her sisters ate her.
Right.
That's what she said. I mean, you could see and feel the hurt that Tamar has been experiencing for years with these girls treating her like that. And, you know, talk about boring. They even had to put this obscene scene in there with Trina standing up there talking about what she's gonna do in that grass. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was so gross. So at this bridal shower that she was so mad that Toni Braxton didn't come to, they had this Bridgerton theme. So they were all in these, you know, beautiful old time English like gowns, right? And Trina, she actually did not wear underwear.
That's what she said. I'm like, girl, you got to be kidding.
She was trying to be true to the time period. Now, here's the thing, and they've always done stuff like this on the show, which is kind of interesting, but Towanda wants to see whether or not Trina really has underwear on. So
girl,
she turns her around and lifts up her skirt and shows,
why?
You know, that to look. And it reminded me of that time when Towanda was in there getting something done with her lady parts. And all the sisters, she wanted all the sisters to be in there, in the room with her. And Tamar was over there going and looking.
Girl, I saw
at her, the JJ down there.
Oh my God.
And was like, ooh, that's pretty.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, then
like,
Tracy got up and stood over there and was like, it's like, okay.
See?
But
see?
It just reminded me of that. But to what you were saying about how Trina ended up going to the restroom out in the open, just through her gown.
Just ridiculous.
It was, you know, pointless, no reason to it. But Trina said that she had to do any and everything she could to make Towanda feel better about Toni not being
Girl,
there because she knew she was down, because she didn't feel supported by her sister.
That's a bunch of
not
mess.
coming to this bridal. So first of all, what you mean not supported by her sisters? The only sister who was actually invited to the stuff was Toni. So why is it sisters plural?
Exactly.
Trina's there. I mean, so
Exactly.
Trina was there already,
right?
But the only one who didn't come, who was invited, was Toni. So it's not sisters plural.
Exactly.
So basically, she has to do any and everything to make Towanda feel special. And that kind of goes back to that other video we did about, what does she have on them? Because come on, this Trina is, however old she is, she's too grown to be out there
standing up there doing that.
You're doing that in the garden. Like, what are you doing? And this, I don't even know where it was. I don't know if it was at Towanda's house or whoever that is. But you guys know how when animals urinate on people's grass, how it leaves that brown stain.
Yes,
she going around leaving stains on people's grass.
Yes, she absolutely
That's
did.
disgusting.
She left a stain because that's what happens. She left a stain on somebody else's grass. Girl, that's nasty.
It's nasty. So not only do they have to come up with this absurd type of stuff just to make up for the fact that Tamar was not fully involved in all this.
Yes.
But she's doing stuff like this just to appease Towanda. And really, it's an act of debasement.
Yes, it is.
And so she has to basically, the only way she could think of that would make her sister laugh and have a good time is for her to debase herself.
Isn't that something?
What is that?
What is that? For her to debase herself?
Trina had to debase herself so that Towanda could feel good about this bridal shower that was all about her anyway.
Exactly.
And the crazy thing was, it didn't even work because, they were playing those bridal shower games and everything. And I think one of the games was to break into groups and make a wedding dress out of toilet paper.
Yes, that's a common one.
And it's supposed to be something fun, something creative, something that you can see, okay, what's going on. And some of the dresses, of course, is toilet paper, so you can't cover everything. So some parts of it, like one person's chest was showing everything on one side.
Yeah.
And, somebody didn't have anything in the front, but just covered up in the back.
Yeah.
And those were things that were supposed to be funny.
Right.
Like, it was supposed to be, you get a good laugh.
Exactly.
Like, what? I'm not going to be walking down the aisle like that. But Towanda had this mean face on.
Ooh,
She was like,
girl.
How we gonna have a dress without one? It's like, you don't have to have that tone, that attitude. This was a fun thing.
Exactly.
It was just supposed to be a fun back and forth, not for you to be frowning up and scrunching up your nose, talking about, what are you thinking? We can't have a dress like us. Like, oh my gosh.
That is amazing that you brought that up, because that said the same thing. I have attended those, and they are to be fun. When you dress up the ladies with toilet paper, it's fun.
Right.
These are not expert seamstress here,
designers,
and she's
everything.
going around and she's downgrading each person that she looks at. I'm like, no, but that's cute.
Yeah.
You want this to be fun. That girl cannot be happy.
No.
Because it's something going on with her. She was not happy about the very wonderful thing that Toni did with the outing for her. She was not happy about anything.
Right, because it's like you said about her not being happy with that outing, that is obviously wasn't what she wanted, because like you were talking about how her whole demeanor kind of probably that bad energy brought the bad weather, because immediately after the people came and told them that it wasn't safe to go out because of the weather, then here comes Towanda with, oh, you can take me here instead. Talking about going to Mr. Childs instead. It's like, it was like right on the
right there,
because she was complaining in that mood because she didn't want to be there anyway. Like, this is nice at all, but it don't mean nothing if Toni not here. It's like, ugh. Toni is like 5 minutes late. Give her a minute. She didn't call and say she wasn't coming. So what? Just give her a minute. So she wasn't even appreciative of that, like you were saying.
Just something to be unhappy about.
And it shows all in her face.
In her face. I told you, the people in the comments were like, fix your face.
Exactly.
Fix your face.
And it was really crazy because if you think about the scripture, there's a scripture that says, always, sing praises unto God.
Oh yeah,
for is a good thing.
Praise
and
is comely.
Is comely. I know it's talking about praise unto God. I also think it does have something to do with just being of that beautiful spirit, not complaining, not being nasty.
Exactly.
And when you see somebody who is just looking a certain kind of way
all the time
because of that shows you the type of spirit
that's on the inside.
It's just she's always got something, whatever. Because when you really look at Towanda, there is no way that she shouldn't be considered gorgeous. She has these beautiful, strong cheekbones.
Yeah.
She has these exotic eyes.
Yeah.
The space between her. It's perfect. Her skin is a beautiful tone and everything. But it just doesn't come together. It's like, what? There's no reason that anyone should be like, why's she looking like that? And,
No reason, because as you said, what's going on is on the inside of her. Mm-hmm. She has all the features there. Mm-hmm. And it should be showing something different.
Exactly. But it comes out. What's inside comes out.
What's inside comes out. And then this other scene that when they did finally get to the restaurant, mm-hmm. then of course I'm saying, okay, you know what? You all got to talk about Tamar, because this whole episode was the mm-hmm. pits, okay? So now you got to talk about her. But why you got to talk about her negatively?
Right.
Why you got to say things about her that you feel already is just distasteful.
Right.
Why you got to even, can't you all say, can I hear them say something uplifting about their sister Tamar? Mm-hmm. But I said, okay, so y'all got to talk about her.
Yeah.
Because this episode was giving nothing.
Right. And then when, like you were mentioning earlier, how Tamar had those moments on the show where she was with, I think it was her manager or something like that, or producer. And I think they went to lunch, and she was saying she had that moment where she kind of broke down in tears, like why do they feel that way? Why do they dislike her so much? And he was trying to give her, and he was really giving her some good advice.
He did.
He was telling her, I know that's your family and that, you love them, but sometimes you have to love family from a distance. You have to. And that's the truth. Tamar goes on and is basically like, it's not fair to her mm-hmm. to love them from a distance. Mm-hmm. And it didn't make any sense, because what do you mean it's not fair to you? What's not fair to you is always being picked on,
right?
And pointed out as the bad guy, mm-hmm. when there are reasons why you behave the way you behave. Now you need to get a handle on that for real.
Yeah,
but
right.
She is antagonized a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So that's the unfair part. But she was like, it's unfair to her because, and this is what she said that I thought was very interesting, because people are gonna end up getting on her for distancing herself from them.
Yeah, right.
And it goes along with what happened to bring her back to the show.
Yes.
Because she wasn't supposed to, at least she said what she said all the years ago. She said that reality TV almost took her out.
She said that.
So she wasn't planning on doing any more of this reality stuff. And right. A lot of the behind the scenes comments, everybody is saying that Miss E is the one who kind of talked her in this. Do this for your sisters. Uh-huh. This is a family thing. Do this for your sisters. And it's making me think that a lot of that was coming from them. Like, she distances herself from them.
Yes, that's what she was saying.
Because I can't imagine her caring about what the people out here thinking.
It was coming from them.
It's coming from the family. So they gas her up, they antagonize her, and then when she acts a certain way, and then goes on about her business because she feels, and that's another thing Toni was taunting her with during that whole episode when they were clashing at the table.
I thought we were supposed to.
And yeah, she was taunting her when she said, You're not gonna feel good about yourself once this plays back.
See that?
Are you, Tamar? Are you really gonna feel good about
See
yourself?
the manipulation.
They were taunting her again with her behavior, knowing that she feels some kind of way when she, lets that out, when she gets riled up so much. So she was taunting her with that. So you can imagine the stuff that goes on behind the scenes once Tamar goes and says, okay, you know what? I need to take a break from y'all.
That's exactly
so then it's like,
right.
You don't care nothing about us. You don't always.
They
you got to do this for
back on her.
So it's like this push and pull with her all the time, and it's almost a wonder that it's not a wonder. That's why I guess she knew when she said she was dealing with D and anxiety.
Yeah,
because of y'all.
Because of y'all. That's exactly.
It's that constant push and pull, and that's what you can see. Because really, Tamar makes the show.
Of course she does.
And it's not because of the whole drama and the acting out or anything like that, not the being nasty or the toxicity towards each other.
Right.
It's just because she's a character.
She has a personality.
Exactly. She has all these sayings. It's just a way about her that's very entertaining. It's just like when we were talking about it earlier, how when Towanda was getting that lady checkup, and Tamar is the one that made that something other than weird.
Exactly.
She went over there and was like, and doing all these poses and looking, she pretty.
See
like that. That was entertaining. Otherwise, it's like, why the heck are they sitting in here looking at her? So
she's
Tamar makes the show.
Yes.
That's why they begged her to come back to it. Because otherwise, if they want to act like they can do this all without whatever, there was no reason for Tamar to be back on that show. All of them was there. They need Tamar. And that's another reason why they feel that way about her. Because it's so many things. When you can do something for a person that they cannot do for themselves, they always hold it against them. And that, my dear, sweet Tamar, and I'm calling you that because we love you and we want the best for you. That's why they treat you like that. And that's why it doesn't matter what they do or say as far as when you distance yourself from them. You got to keep on that.
You got to keep on that, girl. You got to keep on it. Because look at what happens when you give in and come back.
Exactly.
You give in and come back, and this is what they do to you over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more and hype up the video. Thanks for watching.